Well, it's sobering, but quite frankly, it's not a surprise. I think most of us knew we were looking at a number around 8 billion, a little bit north of 8 billion. That's obviously where it came in. At any rate, we know what we have, and that's a shortfall that's about the sixth largest in the country, certainly the biggest financial crisis we faced since the early 80s. And it's something we've been working on over the course of the last several months, really. What people have to understand is that this problem didn't present itself right away. Most folks have been dealing with a recessionary economy and job losses. This has been building over the course of the last several years. It's really cresting at this point, but we've been hard at work. We've already cut $735 million off of this biennium budget, and what the revenue forecast tells us is we have another $700 million to cut. And what people need to know is we've been hard at work coming up with contingencies to deal with just this type of news, and they won't be easy cuts, but what people need to know is we won't be starting from scratch. We have a plan that allows us to address these things. Again, they won't be popular, they won't be easy, but we think we have a handle on the tough decisions that are going to come before us. This isn't about eliminating a couple agencies or across-the-board cuts. Really what you're talking about, to put it in perspective, is if you eliminated all the funding for corrections or prisons, if you eliminated mental health funding, if you eliminated basically the state's participation in medical, if you eliminated developmentally disabled programs, all those things across the board, you still would have a ways to go to close this budget gap. So what we have to understand is it will in fact involve those things that cut to the core of what we view as the state's commitment, or societal commitment, to take care of folks. But I think at the same time, in acknowledgement of the fact that from a financial standpoint, we have a very fragile economy and a very skittish business community. We've been taking this from the approach of let's look at how far an all-cuts approach takes us. But I have to tell you, among the 10 largest shortfalls in this country, only 2 states, Washington and Louisiana, have been very focused on an all-cuts approach. And it's getting to the point now where we really have to let the public know what that means and then have them weigh in. So I think you'll see a lot of us over the course of the next 30 days going out to our communities and explaining the magnitude of the problem and getting feedback from folks.